we get to the PJ Bell. Final race on this remarkable day, and well, every row she's a good filly. She can miss the kick every now and then. Do you think she goes forward?
It's interesting, isn't it? Because 2 starts ago in the Surround Stakes she went forward. Now she's drawn a wide barrier in that Surround Stakes. She ran really well considering how tough she had to work to get to the lead. She only beaten 5 lengths by Forbidden Love, then ran in the Birthday Card, got back there, wide barrier. Oh, it's a big decision straight away. They need to make a big call. Here's Makura.
Oh, she's only little, but she's all heart. She always gives her all. She won the Typhoon Tracy first up at Moonee Valley. This is a great stepping stone for her. She's drawn well. Jamie Carr is on board her, and she won the Typhoon Tracy, so I think she's one of the horses to beat. Horse number 3, Mabusha, is in great form, Bruce.
Terrific at Flemington, and pretty good last start, Katie, because I so told those who know him, they're good horses. They're probably the next step up from this lot. I think this is a good lot. I think she's a really good chance. Matchmaker's interesting, so we haven't seen much of her from New Zealand, and the first up run was good, I thought.
It was really good, and I was a little bit disappointed in how she went second up, but I just feel like third up she might be able to peak. I don't know how, from the barrier, how James will ride her, but he has been on her track work and really likes this filly by McPhee.
And Richo, we get the Supreme Idea. She's been going very well in Melbourne.
Yes, she certainly has. That's 3 runs in Melbourne, and the third run was her best. I think she's peaking now. Comes up to a track that I think she'll appreciate because she's won here before, but also she doesn't mind getting her toe in. She's way over the odds for mine. I thought she was the best value in the race because I rate Mabusha really highly.
Horse number 6, Never Talks, the favourite here with the 54 kilos, has been running in Group 1s and Group 2s, was beaten by Every Rose in the light fingers and then wasn't too far away from them in the Surround behind Forbidden Love. This thing, she's a sense of timing, very well placed here, Chris Lees with the 54 kilos.
Richard, this one's got a good relation. We saw last week, but she's pretty consistent too, isn't she?
Yeah, this is Najma, and we saw Najmati run so well last week. Team Hawks looking to strike a blow. Tommy Berry's looking for a treble. Now draws a barrier where a split-second decision from Tommy. We've seen in the past she can go forward. She goes forward to put herself right in the race. She's coming up in grade. There's an element of excellence about her, though. I think she can take that step up. Then we go to a girl who cost nearly $1 million as a yearling.
And she's been a pretty good horse, Stella Pauline, but today she's around about that 100 to 1 pop. As we go to you, Ben, from the tab, as looking here at Silver Rose. Wide betting race now. I see where Never Talk's being challenged a bit for favouritism.
Yeah, Never Talk opened up around the $3.70 mark, and we have Makura opening up at about $5.50. They're now meeting in the middle, so we have equal favourites when it comes to the last. Plenty jumping on the Jamie Carr train, as you can understand, having taken out the Donny. She's on Makura here, teaming up with Mara Eustace, who had success earlier in the day with the Explosive Jack, so they've had a big day. Never Talk at $4.80, as I said. Mabusha at $7, Najma at $7.50. Every Rose cannot ever draw a gate, $9.50. Matchmaker out there as well in the car park, $11. Perfect Gradients at $16 and 23 or more the rest for the China Horse Club PJ Bell Stakes.
Thanks for that, Ben. We'll get back to you for the hot horse for the fillies here in the final race of the day from Royal Randwick, one still to go at Caulfield. Back with the PJ Bell. So the PJ Bell, the final race, the 10th race here, the Group 3 for the fillies. Going back to the tab, there's Jamie Carr, who's just won the Doncaster Mile. Quite remarkable, and she rides Makura here for Mara Eustace, who have won the Derby. So what a combination. Here's the hot horse.
It is Makura, and it is that combination from Barrier 1. Who could question Jamie Carr today? Brilliant to see her here in Sydney and having success. And just a heads up as well, Bruce, I know you're in love with the White Blaze of Cascadian. 201 to 51 for the QE, 26 to 11 for the Stradian, 21 to 11 for the all-aged.
Good stuff. Here's Richo. Thank you.
I'm joined by one of the men of the moment, and he's teaming up with the lady of the moment. It's Kieran Maher teaming up with Jamie Carr in the last. Well, you've been one of the first to recognise how good she is, Jamie.
Yeah, no, she's fantastic and great for her to win a Group 1 up here. Like, she's absolutely flying in Melbourne, and great for her to come up here on the biggest stage at the moment and to get the job done. It's fantastic.
You combine now in the last with a girl that's going well. Can you win?
I think we can, yeah. She's Jamie's had a lot to do with this filly. She obviously climbed on her. I wanted her to ride her last start. She's done a bit of work on it beforehand. She's done a bit of work since, and she reckons she's improved. I couldn't be happier with her. She's travelled up. She hasn't missed a beat. She's done most of her racing up here, so that's no problem. And yeah, I think she's drawn well. Jamie seems to know her way around the track, and hopefully she can get the job done.
Party plans organised for tonight? Just somewhere I should avoid?
Well, I'm just looking for a bit of icing, so hopefully Jamie can provide that with Makura.
Good luck with the party plans. Good luck with the icing on the cake. Well done, mate.
Thank you very much.
I'm going with the 11, Selva Rose. I thought that she was pretty good last start on a track that didn't suit her. I think she's jumping back into a sort of bit of fitness now, so I'm happy to go with her at the each-way odds. All Hallows Eve also looks excellent. She goes into my numbers, along with Makura, who also presented nicely. But I think the two at odds can run really well.
Value again for Lizzie there. Richo, are you up the top with that Victorian form, Marbusha and Makura, or where are you going here?
Yeah, well, I think my top selection is Marbusha because I loved her turn of foot. But then if I'm keen on her, I think the one that's way over the odds as my roughie is Supreme Idea. The fact that she's won on the track's a big positive as well. And the fact you can get your toe in today, I think, will suit her. But Marbusha, loved her first up win, and Supreme Idea as the value in the race. Is really looking forward to reflecting on an incredible day today. Bruce, I just bumped into David Bashir, a great broadcaster. He's in the ownership of Ice Bath, runner-up in the Golden Eagle, runner-up in the Doncaster. So he misses out on about $5 million. I said, it's different if you don't need it.
Yeah, I knew David was in it. He's a terrific caller, and God, he's had some thrills, hasn't he, with this Ice Bath and Brad Widdop. So earning a lot of money, if not winning those big races, Katie. A tricky race to finish, Katie. Lots of different form lines. Thinking about Rachel King going in, she rode Animo at his last start. She rode Cascadian at his last start. She would be feeling really low right now, but she's got nothing to be not proud of because she's ridden those horses well.
That's exactly right. She's done nothing wrong on them. She's a talented young rider.
She rides Geist in the last year. It'll get back for coming. What's your feeling in the last?
I'm with Never Talk, only coming out of the Group 1s and Group 2s. I think finds a really nice race here with 54 kilos.
Be finishing hard. There's Regan Bayliss. It would be great to see him win the final race here. Here's Darren Flindell. What a splendid job he's done today. Again.
The red light. We're ready for the last of the day. Stand by for a start. Ready to go. The three-year-old fillies and the PJ Bell and the gates open, and they're off and racing. Silva Rusa got it off to a good start with Barossa Rosa and Najmar accelerating quickly. Over on the inside, Makura into a handy position and Perfect Radiance on the improver, followed by Matchmaker and Every Rose is quickly zipping forward. About midfield and the red cappers, Salatine, Marbusha the outside from Stella Paulina. Then came Tudor Music. Never Talk as well back together with All Hallows Eve, and Geist is the last one. So Najmar races to the lead by a half length on Supreme Idea. Every Rose cast deep from Barossa Rosa. Makura getting a good run on the inside. A length further back to Matchmaker. Perfect Radiance, Silbarusa. Further back to Marbusha trailing up. Over on the inside, Stella Pauline from Salatine. Now Never Talk is being hard ridden about third last as they straighten up. Up the rise now, Makura takes the inside run to go to the front from Najmar. Supreme Idea winding up with Barossa Rosa. Matchmaker's chiming in on the outside, and Stella Pauline the fence free off to Never Talk as Matchmaker in the centre moved up to take the lead. Marbusha on the scene. Matchmaker in front of Marbusha. It's Matchmaker, Marbusha, Matchmaker just in front. Marbusha lunge close. Matchmaker and Marbusha headed in a thriller. Third rest between Never Talk, who hit the line hard the inside, and Stella Pauline. Geist wide out, not too far away. Then All Hallows Eve from Makura, Supreme Idea, Salatine, Every Rose, Najmar weakened out from Perfect Radiance, Barossa Rosa, Silbarusa and Tudor Music.
He's got there, James, I reckon. He's got there for Chris Waller, they've had a big day. McDonald's had an even bigger one with 3 wins by the look of it. She had a good run here. James was able to get her to the right part of the track, Katie, and just launch her runs inside. Coming Never Talk was one of them, but I think she's got up, don't she?
I hope so. Otherwise, you're going to get a boot, Bruce, because you've got the early crow again. But she certainly showed a bit of fight there. But I just want to make note of how well the track's played. Inside to outside, it's been so even across the board. So,
I'm lucky. I'm lucky.
Yeah, very
so
lucky.
Bush is second for Karen McAvoy. Look at Geist coming home for Rachel King here.
Yes, really, Geist had to go back from the barrier and really finished off nice and hard. But matchmaker James with a treble today, he'll be absolutely pumped, and yeah, I'm thrilled for him.
So other jockeys that have ridden 3 on a championship day include Hugh Bowman, Tommy Berry's under a couple of times, Glenn Boss and Damien Oliver. So J-Mac gets 3 for the first time on a championship day. So this filly coming out of New Zealand, just getting up. Bushy was terrific, really good, and pretty tight for 3rd as well. So what a day for James. He gets his 50th and then his 51st Group 1. It's terrific. And for Chris Waller, well, Nature Strip was very special for him. And this filly's a little bit of icing on what's a sweet cake, isn't it?
It is, and I made note of James a couple of weeks ago, galloping matchmaker, and he was speaking to Chris about her and saying how much she's improved. So, look, James afforded her a really nice ride, but they were coming hot, weren't they, late? And look, she was really tough, dug deep, and I'm sure there's improvement in her, especially Chris Waller will place her perfectly.
He will. And Rich, I reckon James McDonald's one of the few blokes on the course that doesn't need a matchmaker, and he's with Chris Waller now.
He doesn't need a matchmaker. You're right, James McDonald. He's got the perfect partner at the moment. Chris, congratulations. It caps off a remarkable day for you.
Yeah, it was a special day. It's great racing all around. There's been some great performances, and we've been lucky to be part of it on a few occasions. So this filly looks like she's got a future. She had a wide barrier. It was a great ride from a confident James McDonald, and got a bit close to the last few strides, but she did enough.
Your business, we know how amazing it is, but you need the support of different owners. Tell us about who's involved in this horse.
Oh, there's, well, some of the very elegant owners in her. Manoj, he found the filly in New Zealand with his agent, and got a group of his friends together. So, yeah, the family gets bigger. And yeah, they picked her out of New Zealand from the South Island, and here she is on the biggest stage winning here at Randwick.
That's exceptional. So congratulations there. The more and more you've thought back on Nature Strip, have you got any more thoughts on him? Is Royal Ascot a chance for him this year, whether you can travel or not?
I'm not sure. It'd be unlikely. We see it's a shame if we can't, because he's the right horse to take, but I'm still smiling about how well he performed in terms of doing things right. I think in days gone by, he used to pinch a few races. He's that fast, and he used to break horses' heart. Now he's sitting back off them and say, come on, let's go, and he's still too good for them. So it's easy to be arrogant after you've won, but what a great horse to be involved with.
And what a great day for you, mate. Congratulations.
Thanks very much.
So guys, to get there, yeah, thanks, Richo. With the one and only Chris Waller, J-Mac continues to get his legend growing. So Mabush is second. Terrific for Rachel to get 3rd there. Godolphin have had a big day. So the lucky last to come from Caulfield after this.